Alright, we are going to change my tires. I'll start with the front because it should be stupid simple. All you do is I'm going to pull the caliper off so it's not hanging up on the disc, but then I just get the thing up in the air, get this axle out, drop the tire out, got the slightly bigger fender so it's going to make it a little bit more interesting. Of course the helicopter chooses right now to fly. This is my replacement wheel. It's a dealer takeoff from Chappelle Customs. They built a custom Street 750. Here's the factory rim off of it. Oh, with no mileage. It's still got the knobs right here and the center bead. This thing has not rolled down the road at all. And it's off of 750, so it's got this silver stripe down it, which, now that I've seen it in person, it actually looks pretty nice. So we'll go facing this direction because this is the side that takes the disc. I will have to swap the disc. Bearings are good. And yeah, that's the only thing I have to swap. So step one, I guess, is to get my tools, get that disc off, and before I put it up in the air, I'm going to break this nut loose on the axle. Alright, no surprise, being a metric bike, the front one is 24 millimeter. I've got one of those. There's a hole for a bar here. If that starts spinning, I'll stick a bar in it. If it doesn't, then we'll call it lucky and not do that. Okay, that was easy enough. Alright. Might as well take the nut all the way off. It's not going to fall out while I'm sitting here. I think I'm going to have to loosen this. Yeah. Seems to pinch that. Okay, so that's why that didn't spin, because it's already pinched. Yeah. Okay. This is an 8 millimeter on the front here, and my 17 seems to be fitting on the nut in the back. Okay, so this from the right direction. Okay. There we go. Okay, that should just need to be a little bit loose to loosen that gap. A little wiggle with the screwdriver. I don't want to damage the paint there. Okay, so that should have loosened up the axle. Yeah, the axle's loose. Good. Now let's get the bike in the air so I can get the tire out of it. Comes the fun part. Alright, to make my jack work for this application, I have taken this big chunk of wood and I drilled a hole through the middle of it. Got this hole on my jack where a little platter would usually sit and falls out all the time, even on a normal car. So what I've done is I've drilled a hole, put this big bolt through it. I've got a washer and a nut. It's going to go through. I'll be able to position it like that, slide it under the bike and lift the whole bike. This won't rock or fall off. It's 3/4 inch MDF. Should be good enough. Okay. There we go. Don't even really need to torque this down. Just get it snug. Yeah, because this platform on top has a bit of rock to it itself. So there we go. I'll lower it back down and get her under the bike. It's through roughly where the kickstand is. Let's see if I can lift it now. And if it falls, well, we might learn some new words. But you know, it's not the end of the world if I drop the bike. I've done it before. Okay. Oops, daisy. Okay, as you can see, the front tire is now in the air. I'll put the kickstand up. There we go. And I go a little higher because I'm going to need more room to get that tire out. So I'm holding on to the handlebars while I do this. Ooh boy. Back tire's up now. Do I feel comfortable here? Not really. Oh boy, it wants to fall over. Okay, let's come back down. Woo! This jack has always been a hairy one. I had a friend almost drop a car on my hand once with this jack. Totally wasn't his fault. Couldn't tell that at the time. Alright, now I saw somebody using cargo straps to secure their thing. Might have to do that. Let's see about getting this tire off. I'll put that kickstand back down. For what good that'll do, I don't know. But ooh-wee. When I jack the back, I'm going to move the jack farther back. There's a good spot for the front. Let's see what I can do. Okay, the axle's already ready to come out, but I want to do the brake caliper first. There are two Allen keys that hold it on. Yeah, grab my Allen key. Got a whole ratchet set of Allen keys. Let's see if I've got the right one here. Yes. 6mm. Seems to be most common size to need a ratchet for. Okay. Make sure I'm still recording. Yes. Scoot this up a little bit. There we go. Yeah. So I'm going to do this without knocking the bike over. There we go. Bike shop I called, a third-party bike shop. They want an hour a tire, and they charge 99 bucks an hour. So they said the back might even take an hour and a half if it's a pain. So let's see how much money I can save today. Okay, that can just hang out there. Now I have a dead blow mallet, rubber-handed, full of sand, really small one. Okay. Ta-da! Tire. Alright, the axle was a little greasy on the inside, so I'm wiping grease off my hands now. I've almost got the tire free. I'm probably going to have to bring the bike up higher to get it out. Yeah. Hitting the fender right there. If I had the smaller fender, it'd probably be already out. So let's see if I can do this without knocking the bike over. Okay, there's the spacers have come out. A little bit more. Nice and slow, easy does it. Bike is now wanting to float side to side on my jack stand. Oh, so close. Now it's really floating. I'm balancing the bike. Okay, old tire is out. I'm going to bring it down a little bit. Oh, this will be fun. This crazy jack. God, I hate this jack. Should have replaced it years ago. But hey, I didn't drop the bike, and that's what matters. Okay. That kickstand probably saved my bacon there. Okay, bike's low and stable. Now I need to change the disc from this old rim to the new rim. Easy peasy. Never done this before. I'm doing pretty darn good already. So this spacer, I watched a video a few days ago. These ribs on the spacer here are going to go outboard. This one's got ribs as well, so it's outboard as well. And I have to find the right size Torx fit. Here's a T40. It's a T40. Okay. I'm going to need a bigger ratchet. These are 1/2-inch drive Torx bits that I got from Harbor Freight. There we go. Oh boy, they're hardly even tight. No big deal. I was afraid I was going to have to like park the car on top of the tire to get it to stop spinning or something. Nope. These things are barely tight. You can see all the writing on here and an arrow pointing which way the tire rotates. I can't possibly get this disc on backwards. It looks like these had some yellow Loctite on them. For what good the yellow Loctite was. Jeez. I'm not going to worry about Loctite because clearly they weren't on that tight to begin with. Okay, this tire is done. I no longer need it. Save it as a spare, maybe put some knobby tires on it.
Easy peasy.
Remember, you want to torque these evenly in a star pattern. I'm trying to get them all seated at first.
I should probably put some sunblock on before I burn myself out here.
Just think, if I get this on here, I'll have saved at least $100 doing this front tire by myself. Granted, most people wouldn't have it this easy, but if you, even if you don't have new wheels to swap on, you could get the tires off yourself, get the wheels off yourself, take the rim wheel down to a bike shop, have them swap on new rubber, and bring it home, put it back on, and then do the same with the back when you get that one done. No big deal. Okay, I've been turning wrenches all my life, so I kind of have no worries about torquing it by hand. Okay, now I gotta do this crazy acrobatic stunt again. Get the tire back underneath it. Up we go. Oh, that's good for it. Don't worry about the spacers after I get it into the bike. Okay, it's probably going to fall over repeatedly. Boy, it would be great to have an assistant. Somebody to hold the bike up while you do this would make this 10 times easier. Sadly, I'm divorced now. Okay, bring this up. Put the spacer in here. I guess we've got to bring it down first. Now, do I bring it down, or do I leave it hanging curiously and try and lift it? I think I'm going to try and lift it. I shouldn't have gotten the discs on the wrong side. Okay. Time of the day to do this too. Okay, we're in. Boy, do I have a lot of faith in my jack setup. All right. Give it a little tap it in. Just tap it in. Like a little Happy Gilmore to light things up. Okay. This is in. Didn't hurt the threads at all. All right. Just a couple more taps. It's definitely on there, so I'm going to go ahead and torque this down. and forth in there. That'll be tight enough for now. Now I'll take a 24, torque this one back down. There's probably a specific torque spec for this, but that'll do until I get it back on the ground. Okay, let's get it back on the ground. Since we already know I have a crazy jack, I'm going to sit on the bike while I bring it down. Alright, down we go. It's going to go full speed. Down. There we go. No big deal. Okay, I still got the caliper put back on the brake or kickstand. Okay. Now let's go on to this side. The lighting's going to suck because it's really bright out today. Let's go ahead and put the caliper back on. First I'm going to make sure that this is torqued fairly well. Yeah, that's good and snug. And the same thing with the Allen key back here. Okay. Good, those are nice and snug. So, these are going to be rather easy now. Again, it's 6mm. Everything on this bike is metric. It's a metric Harley. Okay, so check my brake pads while it's off. I've still got grooves in all of them, so they're still good. Excellent. I don't know how thick they were originally, but they've got plenty of life left. 15,000 miles on the bike. Okay, now I get them the seat around the desk. There we go, we're in. That was easy. Don't force your brake pads, you don't want to break them. Okay. There we go. You could just use an Allen key on these if you were really in a pinch. I just happen to have this socket adapter for my 6mm Allen. Snug. And snug. Done. Front tire is completely done. It's ready to ride. Let's hope the back goes this easily.